What is going on, guys? We are back out on red. Today is actually day 2. So yesterday did the intro, caught some fish, and when I went last night to edit it in the truck when I was camping out, it seems that the audio did not work. The mic or something, I don't know what it was, on the main camera did not work. So the intro audio was shot. Luckily the fish did it. The big camera didn't record the audio, but I was able to pull the audio off the flasher cam, so it's not nearly as high quality. You can hear the flasher buzzing the whole time, but it's only for the first 4 fish, so only a few minutes, I promise. I apologize about that. Today is December 8th. Yesterday was December 7th, so we're pretty much at the end of that first ice time up here on red. It's still early ice, but that first ice time is over. So last week, one thing when I was up here, one thing I didn't mention in that video is the water was pretty dirty. It wasn't the dirtiest I've seen, but when the lake freezes with really dirty water, the first bite can be really, really tough until that sediment, all that mud settles down and it clears up. So now it's actually pretty clear and the clarity is pretty good, so we can use more of those spoons and stuff. I'm still going to use Rippin' Wraps as much as I can because those are my favorite, but it's not going to be nearly as important as it is when the water is really dirty like that. So let's just get right into some fish. That stick just went down, but God, there's 2 fish down there. I feel like I'm gonna try and jig this one too still. We'll just be ready. And there we go, just like that, first fish of the trip. Been pretty slow. We just had these 2 fish come through. I'll show it. I'm sure you saw it on the graph. That one fired up on the Rippin' Wrap and didn't really take it, but that minnow was freaking out for a while, so I knew there was fish around. We're gonna get this one on the ice. We're gonna keep this bad boy, and hopefully we can get something going here because it has been slow. Oh, wow. Whew. Holy crap. That thing wasn't even on the graph. All of a sudden I just got... Holy crap, that was really lucky. But all of a sudden I just got drilled. My Rippin' Wrap just got crushed. I just felt it. It really wasn't even showing up on the graph. There's another one down there though, so we're gonna get it back down there. Dead stick. Dead stick down, and he's actually on the graph right now, as you can see. Fish are not aggressive today, but we have been having some come through. Like a decent one. There we go. That's about a 18 incher. We're not going to keep that bad boy. First one I caught's pretty much right at 17. Honestly, I don't have a bump board, so it's pretty borderline, but I'm just not going to push it. I don't need to keep bigger fish like this anyway, so we'll let this one go. One thing I want to show quick is these minnows I'm using. So I'm using chubs a lot too, but I'm also using these, what they're called are darters. They kind of look like this. It's some sort of darter. I'll put something up on the screen, maybe a picture, like what they're actually called. But I catch these in my minnow traps a lot, and I used to throw them all back, and then I started keeping them, and what I realized was, one, these things are like impossible to kill. Like, this thing is still pretty lively after catching that fish. I'm gonna throw him in the bait tank or the bait bucket, and he's gonna recover in there and be fine later. And two, walleyes absolutely love these things. I mean, jig and minnows, they're phenomenal. I don't know what it is about them. I don't really see or hear of people using them, but they outfish a ton of other bait species. So just something to think about. If you have access to them, use them, because they work. There we go. That was a nice aggressive one. Oh yeah, that was a big one too. Look at that. That's a solid 20 incher right there. Real nice fish. I mean, I'll take those all day. I'll keep under my limit. I'll go home with less than a limit if I'm just gonna catch bigger size walleyes like this, because these things are fun to catch.
They work so hard, and now it's all gone. It's all gone, and then you look at Florida. Florida made a completely different choice.
Ooh. Came off in the hole. Caught him though. Wow. All he had to do was turn and he was gone. But slow, but I mean, they were coming in earlier and kind of just coming up and looking, and now when they're coming in, they're coming up pretty aggressive and biting. That's like a 15 incher, so that one's gonna go home. And we're one away from a limit, which is nice, because once you have the limit, I just don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't keep fish a lot, but when I come here, I keep these things because they're always fat, and I mean, walleye's delicious. So right now it's about 11:15, and we're sitting at 5 fish, so not great, but I mean, we've had probably 10-12 fish come through. So when that happens, I generally don't move. You kind of got to read the mood of the fish. When you got fish coming in but they're not really biting, I find that it's not really advantageous to move, because when fish aren't biting and they're kind of being finicky, you move over there and they're still finicky over there if there are fish over there. So generally, if I'm seeing fish on red, I'm pretty much going to stay put, because I've had too many times where I've just ended up moving, and I'm just not seeing fish, and I end up coming back to this spot. And eventually, if you stay in the same place for long enough and there's fish coming through, you're gonna catch fish. So maybe we'll get a really good evening bite going in a few hours here. But for now, we're just gonna chill and hang out. All right, well, I was just about to go and run back to the truck and grab something. That's why the camera angle is probably different, but the dead stick got drilled, which actually helps me out because I can catch this one, and then I was just about to pull the line up anyways. This feels like a good fish. Sometimes they fight harder than they are. at that bad boy. That's about a 20-21 incher right there. Love that. Wow. I mean, this middle of the day thing, last week too when I was here, for some reason the middle of the day when the sun came out and it got a little warmer, they started firing up a little bit, and still, just like last week, we're catching these nice like 17 to 21 inchers. It's really good to see out here. Okay, dead stick went down. And we got us a fish on the line. It has been a little bit of a grind for the past few hours. So that is just a perfect little stock red leg walleye. Basically, we have seen very little fish at all for the last like 2 hours. I honestly just didn't want to move, so kind of been just toughing it out, took a nap, you know, watched some stuff on the iPad and just hung out. But before that, I mean, we were constantly seeing fish. But we'll finish out tonight, hopefully get a few more fish on camera, and then head back to the truck and kind of go over a few things. Dead stick's gone again, probably less than 5 minutes after the last one. We're gonna get a little night bite here. That would be nice. Feels like a decent fish. Yeah, baby. Look at that. That is a beautiful one. That's probably 20-21 inches right there. Oh, huge tail. It's got to go 21. Didn't bring the bump board. Need to take it out of the boat since the boat is not being used until spring. But wow, that's probably the nicest fish of the day. Hopefully we can get a few more before heading in about 20-30 minutes. Okay, back at the truck now at camp, just heating up some venison stew for the night, and then just gonna watch some movies on the iPad and chill, fall asleep. Get out early tomorrow morning, fish till 11 noon, we'll see, and get on out of here, get back home. But just gonna show the camp. I mean, if you've seen other videos, you've seen this. Diesel heater, very, very important. I kind of just hang it on the side here and get it going. I'll go over that in another video more in depth, but just wanted to show it so you know. I mean, it was -12 last night and I was in there, survived. It was a little chilly, but curled up in the sleeping bag, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, we just got the snowmobile trailer, and then we just got the shack and the snowmobile over here, just all ready to run on out there in the morning. We're in a pretty secluded spot, so I'm not worried about people taking it. Plus I take the keys and everything valuable out of there, so it's mostly just get up in the morning and go out there. So I'm gonna get this going, hop in the truck, start getting warm, and then we'll go over the fishing from today. Okay, we are in the truck, got the diesel heater going. It's feeling pretty nice in here right now. Let's see, and this thermometer says it is 59. So really comfortable. I mean, it's like probably like 5 to 10 degrees out. When it's above zero, that diesel heater works great. When you start dropping down like into the negatives, it's just cold. It's just tough to keep this thing warm. Tonight's gonna be a nice night. It's gonna stay above freezing, so shouldn't be too cold. As far as fishing today, I was in 11 feet of water. Did not move because I didn't want to, and I was seeing fish for most of the day. And when I'm seeing fish on red, I don't move, because even if you're not catching them, if they're being finicky and you move, they tend to be finicky in that new spot you move to too, and you might not even see fish there. So decided to just wait it out, and kind of paid off. I got those 2 fish at the end, the 4th fish in my limit, and then the biggest one of the day, so that was nice. And then missed another fish on the dead stick right before I left, but whatever. Most of the fish earlier I caught jigging. It was a mix of ripping wraps and then some sort of jigging spoons, about half and half. Ripping wraps were once again very important to bring them in, and then the dead stick got hit quite a few times. A few times got hit and just let it go, and then caught some. So it was about a 50-50 day on jigging and dead stick fish. So we are gonna chill, go to sleep, and I'll see you guys in the shack in the morning. And the dead stick goes down first this morning. Look at that, first thing in the morning. We're up here shallow, starting up in 8 feet and 11 feet last night. And one thing I like to do when I'm going for these bigger walleyes is go up a little bit shallower. So we're gonna try shallower this morning. Hopefully get some more of these real nice ones like this, and call it a day. Dead stick just got hit. But I mean, I think this fish is still coming for my jig, so I almost don't want to. He's peeling line. That's like a pretty much right at 17 incher. I mean, that is a perfect overfish to keep. Not too big, but also a decent amount bigger than those smaller ones. You get a lot more meat. Oh yeah, that's the type of hit we want. This is a really nice one. It's a pretty good catch, I'd say. Whew, 2021 is just the year of the slightly larger than usual walleyes on red. That's another probably 18 incher, so we'll get her back. We probably only got an hour and a half left to fish, but not a crazy bite, but it's been consistent enough. Holy. Not the best release. Down goes the dead stick. It's definitely been more of a dead stick trip this trip than last week. And there we go, another just solid like 17 and a half incher. Well guys, we are gonna wrap this trip up. It's about 11:30. I'm gonna head in. Things have been pretty slow so far today. I mean, we only got like, I don't even know what it was, 4 fish I think. The one good sized one up in like 7 to 8 feet of water, and then the other 2 or 3, whatever it was, out here in about 11 to 12 feet. Marked some more fish, and fish just weren't really biting. Pretty finicky. I did downsize a little bit, and that seemed to help a little bit, but overall just a slow bite, which makes sense. We just had that big cold snap, first cold snap, and winter storm of the season. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll see you on the next one.